Hi guys, so I'm not here today, so I posted the do now is posting to a classroom. Now I just want you to challenge yourself, and I want you to try to work on those on your own independently, and then I will go over them when I get an opportunity. When I'll go over them, okay? But challenge yourself. I am going to go over the answers, but challenge yourself. Stop the video. Challenge yourself. Okay, so I gave you about 15 minutes to work on that, and then once it's done, it's done. And then you should see what you made once it's submitted to see what you probably need to still work and practice. So here we go. So given g of x, half of x squared plus 8 minus 2 was the value of negative. What's the value if x is negative 4? So here, I'm going to grab my calculator. I'm going to press y equals, I'm going to clear this out, and I'm going to type this exactly how I see it. I'm going to do alpha x, 1 over 2. Here, parentheses. Then we're going to have x. I'm going to square x. And I'm going to get out of that plus 8. Close the parentheses. Minus 2. Now you can also do this mathematically, but hey, you can do this way too. Then I'm going to do second graph. And then we see here, you can scroll up to negative 4. And so that your value would be 10. Okay, so that's how you do the first one. And you can also do the math. This would be 16. 16 plus 8 is, what is 16 plus 8? 24. Okay, so 24. And then half of 24 is 12. Minus 2 is 10. Oh, well. All right. Oh my God. Let me finish this. Go back. So write an inequality to describe all the solutions here. So we need to write an inequality to describe all the solutions. So the first thing we got to do is we got to solve for x. Okay. So this one's not going to be as simple as the other one. It's going to require some mathematics. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just do my distribution. Okay. That's the first thing we should always start with. So 8 divided a fourth of 8 is going to be 2. So this would turn to 2x. 8 times negative 3 is negative 24 plus 24 less than, we have 4x. 4 times 5 is 20. Then here I'm going to combine like terms as next. So this would just zero out, and then we have 2x less than 4x plus 20. Then I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides because we want to have our variables on the left and then our values on the right. So that cancels out. I'm left with negative 2x less than 20. Now I got to divide negative 2 from both sides. And because I'm dividing by a negative, I have to flip the sign. So now x is being eaten by negative 10. So that would be our inequality here. Okay. All right. Now, finding the number that multiplies to give you the top number and add together to give you the bottom. So one thing we have to do is we have to do our factors here. Okay, so they multiply to give you the top number. So I know that negative 60 times 1 is negative 60, but negative 60 plus 1 is negative 61, so that's not going to work. Then we have 30 times negative 30 times 2. They add together and they get negative 28, so that's the work. This is actually negative 59, negative 28, so that doesn't work. Then we have 15 and 4, negative 15 plus 4. That is negative 11. So if I wanted to reverse this, I could have positive 15 times negative 4, and that would indeed give me 11. So this could be 15, -4, and those work. Okay, so these are going to be really important, especially when we get to factoring and things like that. All right. What is the domain and range of the parabola? So the domain is, you see these arrows are going on forever. So our domain is going to be all real numbers. All real numbers. That's what all real numbers means. Okay, and then our range is, we always go from bottom to top. So we have range. We start at the bottom. I'm at -4 here. But then I see that it goes on forever. So all y values are greater than -4, and that's it. All y values are greater than -4. And that's all we do for range, because it's going on to infinity. So that's why all values are greater than -4, and we don't have to put anything here. If you want to, we could put positive infinity, but it's not necessary. No. Let me go back. As you see how this is written, all they did was rearrange it. Okay, and I forgot to put the line. All they did was rearrange it. Y is still being eaten. They just wrote it a different way. So yes, always have to pay attention to what Y is being eaten by. Where is it being eaten? All right. Now, solve the inequality. So here we go. We're going to solve it. We have -2, Y, -10. Divide -2 from both sides. That allows me to flip the sign. Y equals, oh, sorry, I didn't need to put an equals on here. No, what'd I do? Sorry. Be +5. Because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So Y is being turned away and it's eating the 5. So that would be our answer. Boop. Sorry about that. All right, so today we're going to be doing solving systems by substitution. So it's going to be a lot of rearranging here today. So we got to pay attention and be alert. All right, then tomorrow there's no school. And then I see you Thursday. And we're doing solving systems by elimination. And then I will see you Monday, systems of application. And then Wednesday, we're going to be doing a practice, write, and talk activity. And then after that, we're going to be doing systems Thanksgiving lessons. Yay. All right. So just lots of fun. So the essential question today. Explain the process of solving systems. Oh, no, we're answering the essential question from last time. Explain the process for solving a system of equations by graphing and what its solution represents. Okay. It's best to use the graphing method when at least one of the equations is in slope-intercept form. So it's best to use the graphing method when at least one equation is in slope-intercept form. But since we practice writing literal equations on a regular basis, you should still be able to rearrange the equation to be in slope-intercept form. Okay. So if you need more time, pause the video to write the answer, but I'm just going to go ahead and move forward because you have a pause button. All right, so today I will solve a system of equation by using substitution. So here is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a lot of manipulating the equation. Find the solution using substitution. As you see, they rearrange the equation so that y is by itself. And instead of using y in the equation, they're going to replace it with this and then solve. So, yeah, that's what they're going to do and solve for x. It's way easier to explain when you're actually doing the process, because this is somebody else's process and my process looks just a little bit different, but I'll show you how to do it. All right, so table of contents here. 38, 39, 11, 7, and 11, 9 systems by substitution. So that's what we're going to put in a table of contents. And like I said, if you need more time, hit that pause button down there, write it down, and then hit play and continue. Okay, so when is it beneficial to use substitution method for solving a systems of equations? So that is today's essential question. When is it beneficial to use the substitution method for solving systems of equations? So substitution method, a method of solving systems of equations by substituting equations within one another. Substitution. Right. Hint. This method is useful when either x and y is already by itself. So it's easier when x or y is already by itself. But like I said, we've been practicing literal equations, so we should be able to rearrange it so that we can get one of those variables by itself. Okay, step 1, solve one equation for x or y. So you have to choose which one you want to start with, x or y. Okay, step 2, once you find that value, you're going to substitute this expression into another equation and solve for the variable. Okay, so you're going to isolate the variable, then take what that variable equals and substitute it in for the next equation. So you can only be solving for one variable instead of two. Okay, in step 3, substitute your answer into the revised equation from step 1 and solve for other variable. Okay, so I'm going to show you how it's done. Find the solution for the system of equation below. And I'm going to do this one by hand because it's just, I got to do my own thing. I got to do my own way. Okay, so what we have is we have that y is by itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 6x and we're going to plug it here. So it's going to be 2x plus 3. And instead of y, I'm going to put parentheses, 6x equals negative 20. Okay, so then I'm going to do distribution first. 3 times 6 is 18, so it's going to be 18x plus 2x equals negative 20. And I know my handwriting is atrocious, so just going to have to bear with me. All right, 2x plus 18 is going to be 20x equals negative 21. Divide both sides by 20. And then x equals negative 1. But you're not done yet. You have to find both solutions. So once you find that x is negative 1, you're going to plug this in here. So you're going to plug in negative 1 for x here. So it's going to be y equals 6 parentheses negative 1. And y equals negative 6. So our solution would be negative 1 and negative 6. That one's x. That one's y. Okay. We're going to continue. This is the first one. So we're going to keep continuing on. You can always check this also by graphing. But we're not doing that today. So we're doing substitution method. And you need to practice that. Blah, 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 blah. And they took negative 1x, plug it in there, 6, negative 6. Yay! Let's move forward. Now you're going to try these. So stop this video and try them. Give yourself 7 minutes. Okay, hopefully you stopped and you tried them on yourself. I'm going to show you how to get the answer. So we have x equals negative 3. So instead of having this x here, I'm going to put negative 3. So I'm going to plug in negative 3 minus 3y equals negative 15. Okay? Then I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Cancel that out. Bring down negative 3y equals, brain fart, negative 5. No, what am I doing? Negative 12. Sorry, guys. It's early. Then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. Negative 12 divided by negative 3 is going to be 4. It's going to be a positive number because we have 2 negatives. So y equals 4. So we're kind of done. Our x is negative 3. We already know that. And if x is negative 3, our y is going to be 4. And that is going to be our solution for this. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing here. X equals 3y. So instead of having x here, I'm going to do 2 parentheses 3y. Now plus 4y equals 10. So 2 times 3 is 6. This will be 6y equals 4y equals 10. Then we add these two together. So we have 10y equals 10. Divide both sides by 10. And y equals 1. So if y equals 1, I got to plug this in into this equation. And I know that 1 times 3 is 3, so x equals 3. So our solution set would be 3, 1. Ta-da! Okay, you can always rewind this if I went too fast. We're going to do some more. All right. All right, so find the solution of the systems of equation. So this one, we're going to have a little bit longer process, but it's nothing you cannot handle. Okay, so here, this equals x. So instead of having x here, I'm going to have 2 parentheses for y plus 7. Close the parentheses, and we're going to do minus 6y equals 12. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do distributive property. So this is going to turn into an 8y plus 14 minus 6y equals 12. Then we're going to combine like terms. So we have 8y minus 6y, which is going to be 2y plus 14 equals 12. Then we subtract 14 from both sides. 2y equals negative 2 by 2 from both sides. And then y equals negative 1. Ooh, what a process to get negative 1. So now what we're going to do is we're going to plug in negative 1 here and solve for x. So I'm going to have 4 parentheses negative 1 plus 7. And this will be negative 4 plus 7. And then, oh, these equal x, by the way. And I know that x equals 3. So my solution set for this is going to be 3, negative 1. Okay. Now I'm going to re-explain what I just did again. So we see we have x here. We got to plug that part in for x right there. Then we did distributive property. We got 8y plus 14 minus 6y equals 12. Then we combine like terms, and we got 2y plus 14 equals 12. Subtract 14 from both sides to get negative 2. 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. Then you're going to take that negative 1, and you're going to plug it in to that equation. So we have here 4 times negative 1 plus 7 equals 3. And our solution set would be 3 and negative 1. Now you're going to try these. Now you should stop the video. You should challenge yourself to do these by yourself. See what you can do on your own. Practice makes perfect, okay? So stop the video. Okay, hopefully you stop the video, and I'm going to go over these. So I see that y is by itself, and y equals x plus 2. So I'm going to plug that in right there. So we have 3x plus 3. And I'm going to put in x plus 2 here. So I'm going to do parentheses, x plus 2 for y equals 6. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do distributive property. So this is 3x plus 6 equals 6 plus 3x. Then we're going to combine like terms. So this is going to be 6x plus 6 equals 6. Then we subtract 6 from both sides. Oh, my goodness, it's going to get interesting here. And then we have 6x equals 0. Divide 6 from both sides. X equals 0. So if x equals 0, I'm going to plug 0 in here. And I know that 0 plus 2 is going to give me y. And y is going to be 2. So my solution set would be 0 and 2. Same thing here for this one. I'm going to substitute this all in for x here. So we have 3 parentheses, negative 2y minus 21 equal minus, so now we get to include this part. So all this we plugged in for x. And don't forget the rest, minus 7y equals 41. So then you're going to do distributive property. This is going to be negative 6y minus, I don't know what 21 times 3 is off the top of my head. If you do, it's awesome. I don't feel like figuring it out right now. So 21 times 3. Negative 63. I should have known that. Just didn't feel like learning it today. So negative 63 minus 7y, look at me, equals 41. So now we have this. We're going to combine like terms. We have negative 6y, negative 7y. And I know that these are going to be negative 13y minus 63 equals 41. Then I got to add 63 to both sides. Negative 13y equals 104. Okay, divide both sides by negative 13. I hope this doesn't give me an ugly number. Y equals 104. Negative 13. Negative 8. Oh, it's such a pretty number. Okay, so we have negative 8 as our y. Woo! All that work. Now, we're not done yet. We got to plug in negative 8 in for y and see what the answer is. So, I have x equals negative 2. We're going to plug in negative 8 minus 21. And you can definitely just enter this in your calculator and see what it is. Yeah, I love math, so I'm going to do the math. So, it's going to be 16 minus 21. And then I know that my x is going to be negative 5. Okay. X equals negative 5. So our solution set would be negative 5 and negative 8. All right. Let's check it work. 0, 2. Very good. This one is negative 5, negative 8. All right. So let me put this here so you can see it better. And these are the answers for those. All right, next. So, coloring practice. I don't think I gave this one out to y'all. If I did, that's awesome. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. You're going to be working on Alex. I don't think I gave it to you guys, so I will give it to you guys when I get back. You're going to work on Alex. If you guys don't have this coloring page, I don't think I have it out for y'all to work on today. So, work on Alex once you're done with the notes and the exit ticket. So make sure you get your exit ticket done, then work on Alex. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. I can't wait to see you when I get back. Have a great day. Bye.